Good morning and welcome to the video wrap for Day 2 of the 2016 SMSF Association National Conference held here in sensational Adelaide. I'm Darin Tyson-Chan, editor of Self-Managed Super magazine, and Day 2 got started with a panel session featuring the ATO, ASIC and the Tax Practitioners Board. In that session, ATO Commissioner of Taxation, Chris Jordan, gave delegates an insight into his organisation's reinvention program launched about 18 months ago and what it might mean for the SMSF sector.
So for self-managed super fund advisors and professionals, how do we provide clear, quick, relevant guidance there to improve that? We've got to do things like make the registration process and the wind-up processes easier. We've got to have better early engagement. You know, there's no point having disputes with people and taking them to court and penalising. It's much better to get people on the right track from the beginning.
ASIC Commissioner Greg Tanzer then delivered a very simple message to accountants in the room regarding the new licensing regime to be introduced from the 1st of July this year.
And importantly, if you get your application in or you are registered before the 30th of June this year, there's some also relaxation of the educational requirements. But to do that, you need to get your application in like right away.
Chairman of the Tax Practitioners Board, Ian Taylor, then provided an update on the registration process of tax financial advisors. He said he was expecting more registrations in the year to come.
Under the original arrangements, that's the notification process, it was only licence holders, AFSLs and ARs who could register under that original notification process, and that meant that employee representatives were not able to register up until the 1st of January this year. Employee representatives are now able to register, so we know that the ASIC register has got something like 23,000 people on it, and we've only got 19,000 registered. So we do think that there's going to be quite a number come in the next 12 months or so.
Heffron SMSF Solutions Head of Customer, Meg Heffron, then took the stage to give delegates a strategy roadmap for superannuation contributions. In particular, she highlighted when the best time might be to speak to under 45s about salary sacrificing.
See, I reckon if I turned around to some of the 35-year-olds in my office and said, you should put more into super, no way. If I said, though, you're about to get a salary increase, you're not used to having that money, maybe that's the time to have a conversation with them about should that extra $5,000 a year go into super rather than necessarily going off their mortgage.
The completion of morning tea saw the first of the day's concurrent sessions, and during the transition stream, DBA Lawyers Special Counsel Rebecca James emphasised the evolving nature of pension strategies.
But I think it's important, particularly during the life of the member, to not ever treat retirement planning and succession as a set and forget strategy. We need to keep revisiting it, particularly when there are issues that come up over time and circumstances change.
Later in the accumulation stream, NAV Wealth Financial Group CEO Craig Banning spoke about the importance of providing clients with an experience when delivering advice.
So we could be the best technical advisor on the country, we could deliver the best strategy around, but if the client is not getting an experience out of that, what does that mean into the future?
The afternoon saw the first time a sitting treasurer addressed conference delegates. Scott Morrison used his time to reiterate what the purpose of superannuation is.
But it is important that we remember why superannuation exists. It is there to assist those with the means to do so to achieve better retirement income and at the same time reduce pressure on the age pension. It's not, as I said before, an estate planning vehicle. This is a very important point.
Well, that's it for Day 2. One day to go for the conference, but there's still plenty to be excited about, including a panel session to discuss the major super reforms and, of course, Todd Sampson's brain power presentation.